Guys, what a beautiful day it is here on the East Coast. Huh, Andrew? We got a new car. I got a new car. I got a Subaru Crosstrek 2020. It is our first car that we've ever bought, brand spanking new. And we couldn't be more happy. We couldn't be more thankful. And I couldn't have done it without the love of my life, husband. And let's go look at it. Let's go take a look. First of all, check this out. You go to my app, My Subaru, right? And then you press Start Engine. And then I'm gonna look away because I have a code. And you wait for it. And you hear her honk and ooh, engine has started! We've already added a sticker to it. It says Radiant Positivity. And then we also bought these so we could put the surfboards out there. This is the type of car where I have the keys in my hand right here. And you can just open it without the keys and voila! We have the seat down because Ziggy, we take him. You stay. See, he's getting excited. He thinks he's going somewhere. We have a little seat belt. We put this on him and it's connected right there so that he can't get to the front and he has all the space to himself after the dog park or when we're going to the dog park. And you can see we got the terrain stuff on the back of the seat too, and then we have the blanket down because the headrests are leather and we don't want him scratching that up. And he likes to put his butt there as much as he can, but he can't really reach with his seatbelt on. But ooh, ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? Alright, let's go to the front. Now you see these two lines right here? All I gotta do is and I'm in. Leather seating, this was a must-have for me. I have fabric seating in my car and it got dirty so fast. Got Ziggy hair still all over the car already. You press info right here on the steering wheel. It'll change over here. My bad. See that? Ooh. Damn, she's smart. Press info again. It shows you the wheels, so whenever I turn the steering wheel, the wheels will turn with it, but right now I'm parked, so press info again. Shows you the weather, what's on the radio, how much miles I have. I have to get gas until we have to get gas. What time it is, what day it is, and then whatever else. If you look over here, you have a spot where you plug your phone, where you connect your phone to Bluetooth, and then you can go to phone book, you can go to keypad, messages. So whenever you're driving and you get a text message, then it'll read the text message to you, which I think is so cool. Yes. Favorites, overview, and whatever. You can press media, and it'll take you to the radio, and it'll take you to XM. You go to apps, and yeah, we got apps. We got Pandora, My Subaru, which is the app that I started my car with, Travel Link, AHA, whatever that is, Subaru Starlink. That's just like little stuff we had to pay for. We didn't have to pay for, but we decided to because it was smart. We have a sunroof. Look at that. And you just press this little button. Oh, I gotta turn the car all the way on. See, that's what happens. You turn the car on with the app, and it doesn't turn on all the way, and it keeps your car locked, which is freaking amazing. It's so smart. So I'm gonna turn it on all the way. And now it says ready to drive. And now I can. Ooh. Okay. I love my car so much. What else do we got? You can put the heat on your seat if you want. X mode is for, because this is a four-wheel drive car, you could put this on, like, go on heavy terrain and stuff, or if you seem like you're in a situation where you need to put it on, this is where you do that. It has paddle shifters. Zaya likes to use those. Right here, you move the side mirrors. You just click it, and then it's a toggle. What the heck? Ziggy! Ziggy, what are you doing? You wanna go on a ride? Anyways, the one thing in this car that I haven't ever had in a car that I've owned by myself is a backup cam. Look at that. I freaking love it. And then it has those safety features where right here will tell you if someone is in your blind spot. It just blinks. It doesn't like make a noise or anything. I got Ziggy in the car now. Hi, Bubba's. And look, I made these earrings. How cute. Right before I started this video, I made them. But anyway, yes, whenever you're trying to back out and there is someone coming up, like driving past you, then it does beep at you. All those safety features. It's pretty cool. What else is there? I remember when me and Zaya first got this car, which was just the other day, then we decided to get Panda Express because we were at the dealership for so long, and we put our drinks in the cup holders, but the lid, you know how on plastic lids or to-go lids or whatever, they come off, they pop off. Well, just our luck, it did pop up and it got everywhere. So whenever we got home, we did a little bit of a cleaning, and no biggie, it's cleaned up now, it's fine. It wasn't a whole lot, but Ziggy's already getting this car dirty because the dog park and the beach and stuff anyway, so. He hates his little seatbelt. He hates it because he wants to be as close as us as possible, but if you look right here, this is obviously our cruise control. You press this and then this button, you can adjust the distance. So say you set it for 80 miles per hour, right? When you set the distance, it'll slow down when you get to that certain distance from a car. You know what I'm saying? There he is! Mr. America!
Stupid.
He not feeling good today.
No, I don't have COVID.
No, it's not Rona.
No. It's hot in here though, that's for sure.
Start it.
Yep, this car's pretty cool. I'm glad she got it because she deserves it. Mama always deserves something nice and reliable, and I don't have, in this weather, especially in Virginia and Washington where we were, I don't have to worry about her, you know.
You say your mom?
Being low. I said mama. You're the mama of the family.
Oh.
Duh.
Gotcha. So what kind of engine does it have?
This is the H4 4-cylinder boxer engine. The drivetrain, there's not a differential in the front or the rear, just like basically any other car, rear-wheel drive, forward drive, like front-wheel drive like our Hyundai Sonata. So what it is a differential in the middle that keeps all wheels rolling at the same time. Kind of like the Jeep, the new Jeep Cherokees, the Trailhawks and stuff, they all kind of got sort of the same thing going on. When one wheel's not spinning, or when say you're rolling and you're catching some traction or something, you're in X mode or something, I'll get on what that is, but when one wheel needs a little bit more power, it sends a signal to that wheel to give it a little bit more of a spin and keeps all the other wheels spinning at the same time. So that's how all-wheel drive works anyway. Other things we got, like I said, X mode, we'll go straight into that. You got X mode, so basically, you know, if you want to go out to the desert, going out to Moab, going out to Josh Tree where we're from, you know, you want to do a little bit of 4x rock crawling, put that shit in X mode and it goes nowhere over 12 miles per hour, sort of like four-wheel drive, but what it does is basically so you can go over any type of terrain and deep snow and just be, it gains a little bit better of traction, like I said, in that mode where it sends signals to each wheel when it wants it to go a little bit faster or smoother of a ride so you don't get stuck, to prevent you from getting stuck. It's basically a badass car. I mean, if you look up Subaru Crosstrek online, you can see, or on Instagram or something, type that in, and you'll see all kinds of people. They're getting three-wheel motion in these things. We didn't get it for that, which maybe one day we will. That'd be kind of fun. But I do want to put a CVT tent on the top. We got the crossbars that came with it, so we put the surfboards on the top. But I want to get one of them nice CVT tents. So we got a camper in this vehicle, basically a camper, and then we got our home, our camper. So that's kind of cool. We can go camping mobile without having to tow the trailer. You know what I mean? And my buddy Ronnie, he's got a CVT tent on his Toyota Tacoma, and that thing is badass. I usually stay in that when I stay with him. He's got the can back and all that cool stuff. But anywho, back to the car. you can see how the car's running up here. All the different types of things that's going on with it, as in what's turned on, what's not turned on, what's going on with it, which wheels are spinning. Yeah, so check it out. Now you got the whole drivetrain and the axles, basically right there. And you got right there on the side, that's basically your angles that you're sitting at. So if you are rock crawling, you can see what angles you're sitting at, to where you don't have to roll your car all the way over in case you are 2-wheel, 3-wheel motion in this thing on a rock or something. These things are meant for that. They're meant for rock crawling stuff, but basically we got it for Aaron to be safe, to drive back and forth to work and through miserable weather like Virginia has. You know, I don't have to worry about her. The car is great. It's immaculate, great car. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it sits low and it's front wheel drive, which is easier to spin out. I'm all about safety most of the time, and especially when it comes to my wife, I want her to be safe and not have to worry about her or any moves about her. So my whole goal was I wanted to get her the Toyota 4Runner, but you know, that thing is a big price, but also going on with it, it's just a bigger vehicle. We don't really need such a large vehicle. It's got the manual. It's got manual mode, to where you can go paddle shifting with it, get a little bit more power. Put it in sport mode. Intelligent mode, you're gonna save better gas mileage. Sport mode, I don't really see such a big difference in it. Subaru's got it down. The other thing I never was a fan of, because I thought it was harder on the engines by when they stop and then they start back up and they turn back off when you stop. It's called,
I don't really like it either.
It's basically over here, it's a switch that turns the car off and turns the engine off when you're stopped, to save fuel and not produce so much carbon dioxide into the ozone layer, which is very great. I'm a very green person. I work for the National Park Service. Shout out Trail Crew, Trail Dogs for life. I didn't like to turn that off because I thought it was always harder on the engine to keep starting it and stopping it, you know what I mean? And what if the battery dies or something when you're stopped or something? I've had that happen on a Ford Transit, but this ain't no Ford because it's Ford for a reason, right? It's found on the roadside dead.
But maybe we don't like that because we're not used to it.
Not used to it, yeah. But I like it. I mean, it's great. I'm gonna try to get used to it. I mean, there's scientists that get this stuff down pat for a reason. I'm no scientist. I just think of reasonable causes, reasonable things. Adaptive headlights. When you turn these, the steering wheel, the headlights turn with it, which is badass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's really cool. It's got great fog lights. Another thing, the Max AC, the Sonata gets way colder.
I think it works great.
Icebox. It gets icebox in here too, but not as much, not as quick, I don't think.
I like it.
The Max AC, you can't have it on your feet and your body. Max AC only works on your body, on the top.
But your truck does that, right?
No, my truck does both.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Max AC, that's the only thing I don't like about that. Those are the cons with that stuff. Most of it's all pro though. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Takes a little bit to get used to. Never had a brand new car in my life. Nothing really I've ever had brand new in my life, to be honest. In the back, the all-weathering mats in here is pretty awesome. We got the cloth ones too. As you can tell, Ziggy can roam around back there and not get our back seats dirty. So our back seats will pretty much never be touched overall, unless you know what I mean. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
And the camera died once again.
You got adaptive cruise control, which is awesome. You don't have to mess with the cruise control whatsoever at any time. It does give a little bit bigger than a car's distance in between you and another car. So adaptive cruise control means that you don't have to mess with it basically, and it'll adapt to the speed and the distance behind the cars that it needs to be. So you won't rear end the car. And say I'm not paying attention. There's this other button that you can turn off, which I have no clue why anybody would turn that off. It's collision. It's basically, if I forgot to step on the brakes and I'm about to run into somebody or something, the car will stop itself, which is pretty awesome. And then you got your line control, lane control, which is nice for if you're driving a long ways or just at all. People are always on their phones. I never have to touch my phone with this car. Even when I get a text message, I just click on the text message on the actual radio over here, and it reads it to me what I want it, whatever the text message is. So, you know, if my wife texts me something dirty and someone else is in the car, then I mean, so be it. They're gonna have to listen to it. Hopefully it's not her mom, my mom. Yeah. But anyway, that's also cool too, because if someone else texts me something dirty, my wife will find out. I'm just fucking with you. I don't ever have nobody text me nothing. We're all good here. I love this car because my baby boy gets to have his own land back there. He's got a little house back there pretty much. He always just wants to hang out up here with us, but he's learning curve for him.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted leather, so we could just vacuum and we could just wipe down. Earlier at the dog park, Ziggy didn't want to get on his little seatbelt, which is what we call a seatbelt, and I just wiped it down real quick.
If this car gets it, it's cool. It's a 4-cylinder. It is it. So our Sonata was a 4-cylinder as well, or is a 4-cylinder. And that thing's got some balls because it's 2.4. I guess in 2021 they're gonna come out with the 2.5 liter for this car. Who knows? Maybe we'll trade it in and get that one. But I really enjoy this. I mean, I'm not looking to go fast, haul ass. That's not what I'm looking for in this car. I'm looking for safety, comfort. Reason why we got the new car also is just, man, it's nice.
Reliable. We don't have to worry about anything.
Basically everything that I just said. I wanted her to be safe driving to work and from work. In the Sonata, like I said, it's front wheel drive. It's easier to slip up. The desert's a desert also. You get stuck everywhere too. And desert, we can take this to the dunes. We can take this to, the dry lake bed. We can go everywhere out in the desert. Washington State had thick inches of rain as well. So this car's safer. When you're driving with that car, you can feel it wanting to pull one way in the rains on big puddles because it's so low to the ground, low profile. And I'm not really, obviously I got a Duramax diesel right here and it's got a good lift kit on it, not too big, but just perfect. And this car is also more of an all-terrain car as well. So pretty soon I want to put when these tires wear out, we're going to put some all-terrain tires on it, make it look a little bit beefier, pretty cool. Get that tent on the top, have that going. Surfboards, and we can just do like little surf safari trips, and Ziggy can even stay in the tent with us up there, or he'll probably just stay in here.
I'll have to lift him up.
So I'll carry his ass up there. Yeah, this car's overall safe. Got the moonroof, the sunroof right here. Opens up. It's beautiful. That's
Speaking of rain, it's raining right now. You see how sunny it is? Don't let it fool you, because it's freaking raining. We're sprinkling.
We're gonna get a big rainstorm tonight, tomorrow, which means some good waves. Hopefully get some good waves tomorrow at the work, or probably do it Saturday morning. Aaron has to work that day, so that'll be good. And I might go down to Back Bay Wildlife Refuge with my buddy and his family. Thinking about doing that with them instead of going surfing all day. But that's it. That's about it, you guys. If you got any other questions, if you're gonna look to get a new car, I mean, we're young still. It's not like we're getting bougie, getting Teslas and stuff, Mercedes-Benz and all that. This is a very reasonable price car for what you're gonna get. You get the warranty, the extra warranty on it.
And if we can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we got a nice fifth wheel, we got the truck, we got the car, we got motor scooters, we got fucking endless bicycles that are very nice. But I'm not really a materialistic person, neither is she. We're not about having the nice things. We're about what works for us. But when it comes down to buy something and I'm gonna spend my money on it and our money on it, I want it to be very good and last me long. I'm not bougie. We're not bougie. I just buy things that are made very well and are gonna last long.
Or we don't have to buy another one down the road or something.
People ask, well, why'd you buy your wife a specialized bicycle? I guess I didn't have to. She could have got a Walmart bike or something. But the thing is, I like to do very long rides and I want her to be comfortable. And that shit's gonna last many years.
And because he just likes to spoil.
Yeah, and that too. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not bougie, but if I go buy something and it's going to be something solid and good that's going to last me a long time, and that if I want to sell it, then I can sell it for a good value still. It's not trash. That's what we do, huh, Ziggy?
Just look at this detail. Stitching. Leather. Ooh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's fancy to us, but to other people, a lot of other people, you can sit here and compare lives all day, but that's not what you do in life. That's how you get bitter and angry in life. You just need to enjoy what you get in the present and just live it up and enjoy it and just do your best at being your greatest version every day. That's why I married her. She makes me want to be my greatest version every day. It's not always about your job. It's just about believing in yourself.
Yes, some words of encouragement.
Well, I am gonna start a little thing, starting a motivational speaker type deal thing. Gonna get this, like I said, big booty waves. I'm getting this little logo made, and it's about bringing everybody out to ride on our wave. And you know what I mean? If you're falling down or feeling low, send a message, subscribe, send a message, do whatever you gotta do. I'm very open to sitting here and discussing with people's lives. We might seem like we're all great and everything, but don't just always remember some of the happiest people dive down the lowest deep in the ocean in their own mind. They dive the lowest, but they also jump the highest. So everybody's got their own things they deal with. So that's where I'm more on a psychological side of things with people. That's just who I am. I'm always liking to do that, trying to figure out what I'd like to do in life, and I've been motivating people and it motivates me to help people. So when I help people, it motivates me to be better in my own head. I'm used to being out with nature, and now I got my baby girl with me. We're not away from each other all the time anymore, and that's what makes me happy. And what also makes me happy is being out with nature. But if I'm not doing that, then I go out and be with nature and ocean. I'll be with my dog, Riggy. You know, just learn to love yourself, love everybody. Peace, love, and prosper. One love.
Make sure you go subscribe, comment on what you want to see next, like this video, and make sure you press the bell for getting post notifications every time we post, and share with you our lifestyle.
Enjoy it.
Oh, well,